Welcome to the Shiproom. You're on the air.
Oh my God, don't put that
It's going to be fun to come down and see you when we get down there in Fort Lauderdale, you know. All right, hey, hello everybody. Welcome to the Shiproom. I'm joined here with one of the CIOs that everybody in the world agrees that you generally look up to. I have Andrew Wilson here with me from Accenture.
Good to see you again, my friend.
It's so good to see you.
It's, everyone looks up to me only because I'm 6'11",
Yeah.
2 meters, 10 centimeters. And
who's
last
counting?
time, your sports car, I remember, was really, really constrained. So this is much nicer.
Your workforce is not just global, but you are doing every kind of work imaginable. As I was doing my research, I did not realize nurses, designers, factories, zoologists. I mean, you have everything.
We're nearly 500,000 humans doing a hugely diverse set of things. And Accenture gets an opportunity to work everywhere in the world, in every industry, and in government as well.
So how do you approach a workforce that is that diverse? How do you deliver IT?
Not like we used to. We have to be as good as modern consumer tech. We have to be current. We have to give a great experience. There must be zero friction. We've got to communicate in ways that they'll recognize. We've got to inject humor. We can't be stoic and old-fashioned and enterprise. We won't appeal. We won't be a great place to work. People will go elsewhere.
Okay, so you've been an IT leader for quite a while, and you've seen a lot of technical jargon, buzzwords come and go. So I want to take all that experience in your mind, and we're going to have a little fun with it. Now, we put some technical nonsense on each one of these cards, and we're going to use it in a sentence. Okay, I'll go first. One of the things that I hate most when I'm trying to operate on my company's data is when I have a bunch of disintermediated functionality nodes.
I'm excited because tonight over dinner, we were considering what it would mean to have pre-configured solution-based integrated scrumpulence as a dessert.
You know, people talk a lot about 5G going to change the world. No, it's all about binomial hotspot platform maximization.
I was cycling the other day through Copenhagen, and I was struck by the architecture and how they've managed to integrate a number of different modal uses of space. And as I cycled through the fabricated functional niche markets, I enjoyed all the variety of fruit, veg on offer.
Wow, look at that, man. That's like drop the mic right there. Now, I heard you say one time that 70% of the responsibility you have today didn't even exist when you took over as a CIO 5 years ago.
Yeah, I think I believe the role has fundamentally changed, and the days of operating services, order taking, deploying systems with an 18-month lead time, you know, none of that is relevant. I would be fired if I was behaving like that. Today, I have to deploy experiences, real-time, incrementally, on a business basis, real outcomes where the value is measured in terms of real impact to the business. And so I'm no longer the chief information officer. In my mind, I'm the chief experience officer. I wanted to go with experience, but someone pointed out that the acronym CEO had been taken. It's not just the technology, it's who are going to be the ones that are brokering, orchestrating, retiring, curating AI, getting rid of the batch, putting in place real time, and coaching an organization that is not going to know how to ask for intelligence services.
We're getting a phone call on the Teams phone.
Oh, this is incredible technology.
One of a kind. Hey, welcome to the Shiproom here with Andrew Wilson. Who is this?
Andy, it's me, Eddie, your shadow IT consultant. Why haven't you been taking any of my calls? We good? Huh? I still got everything you don't want your business to need. I've got unencrypted flash drives, Gmail accounts with weak passwords, file transfers that you can share to the wrong person, password-free phones that are easy to leave in the cab, and DVDs. It seems like you've wiped out all the shadow IT resources I can provide. How'd you do it? Did you lock down everyone's devices?
I don't think it's as simple as that, Eddie. We need to provide a great experience, and we need to give you flexibility, and we need to give you immediate access to new capabilities when they're launched. It doesn't mean we have to lock you out of everything. It does mean that enterprise-grade technology had to become sexy, had to become real-time, had to provide at least as good a customer experience as some of those boutique references and services that Eddie just mentioned.
But it's so much easier for your workers to use my Shadow IT feature set, right?
Modern Windows 10 and O365 and Microsoft 365 give us the flexibility we need. And Windows 10 was a great example. Windows 10 gave us not just experience, it gave us security, it gave us currency, and it gave us the ability to deliver something new a lot faster. Why? Because Windows 10 was modern, new, secure, and highly, highly effective at delivering a great employee experience. So we wanted to do 20 or 30,000 a week, and that's what we did at peak. And I think that's why we've been able to, as Eddie was asking, actually keep up and deliver a better experience than if you'd had to cobble that together with consumer equivalents that don't integrate, aren't secure, and are increasingly not as functionally rich.
Okay. Well, you haven't heard the last of me, Andy.
All right, see you, Eddie. You have been one of the most public and vocal leaders on the topic of improving diversity and inclusion in the workforce. It's something that I'm also passionate about. As you look back on the 30 years of your career, share the way that you have seen your company become better because they've prioritized diversity and inclusion.
Well, I can speak because I'm a member of one of the diverse communities. I happen to be a gay man. And when I first joined what is now Accenture 30 years ago, I was not out. I was very unwilling to mix my personal life and my then professional life. I saw it as a barrier. I saw it as something where I couldn't bring them together. And indeed, I stepped away from Accenture for a small number of years and then came back after a 5. And the company had transformed, and I reflected at that point that that would be a catalyst for me to be open and authentic at work. And that personal story very much was a reflection of, I think, our core values and our recognition that we're a human workforce. If we want to be 500,000 or more, and we want to reflect the passion, capability, and demands of all of the customers of our clients, and we want to operate in every industry, in every part of the world, we had better reflect the world.
Right. You know, I can't even think of what I would add to that. You know, it's that point of, if you're going to deliver software solutions for the world, you better darn well represent the world inside, or you're not going to have all the perspectives that you have to have. So now you're no stranger to being in front of the camera, because you host an in-house video series at Accenture. Why is it so important for tech leaders to be proactive and communicate with your teams?
Well, there is less dust on my set than you've got here. But the appeal of YouTube and the appeal of Netflix applies equally in the enterprise. And I always felt, I come from a background of broadcast, radio,
Like, I didn't know that you were a radio broadcaster until we were talking a few minutes
ago. I
ago.
had the face for radio. And so I wanted to inject broadcast into the enterprise as a means of communicating. It's about ratings. It's about not writing old-fashioned emails.
Yeah.
It's about talking to my users, my community, my viewers in a fun, friendly, accessible way. And we've had great feedback.
Has there ever been a joke that you've ever really loved that just bombed, or you never got a chance to deliver it on the broadcast?
I've talked about dates that have gone badly in the past, and that was not well received. Slightly more
Because some of those people were in the audience?
possibly.
All right, so the whole time we've been talking, we've actually had a chat bot monitoring the conversation. And based upon what we've been talking about, it's developed the 12 most relevant questions for us to end with.
Okay.
All right, you ready? All right, start the timer. How often do you meet people taller than you?
Hardly ever.
Can vampires still be vampires if they have dentures?
No.
What's the most grocery bags you've ever carried in the house at one time in one trip?
It's about 20.
How confident are you that you could beat me in a dance battle?
63.4%.
In a Mexican restaurant, how many bowls of free salsa can you eat before it gets rude?
Not many.
What is one thing you really want to wear to work sometime?
A costume from Doctor Who.
If you saw someone ride a horse to the office, would you call security or just let it play out?
I'd let it play out.
If you travel at a cell phone range, do you panic or relax?
I relax. for a bit.
And what is your success rate on high fives?
Pretty good if I'm sitting down.
All right, last one. If you were under duress, how long would it take you to eat an entire cantaloupe?
30 seconds.
So before we end up, you want to tell everyone where they can check out what you're doing and follow what you're doing?
Well, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Twitter, Andrew X Wilson. I regularly blog. You can find me on
blog.
Accenture.com, and you can find me out there. I really enjoy being an advocate for digital, just as yourselves, and it's great to spend time with you, and I look forward to our next conversation.
And thanks everybody for watching this. This is Brad Anderson with the Shiproom. I'll see you the next time. The CIO of Accenture, Andrew Wilton.
I'm not Wilton, I'm Wilson. Wilson.
No, I said Wilson. Andrew Wilton. Must have been like my list.
You said that last time.
I did not.
It's great to be back.
Hey everyone, now that you've watched this episode of The Shiproom, I really recommend that you go to Microsoft365.com/shift and learn how to get started deploying Windows 10 and Office 365.